So I'm going to go ahead and start recording here. Earlier today, Ben and Andrew played, so I tried to cast it, and then I accidentally deleted or whatever the recording, so I'm going to go ahead and recast it, because I think this is a really good way to show you guys what I'm thinking during the replays. Problem with this is going to be that I already know what happens, and I think that's going to make it really hard for me to cast this game, actually, because it was a lot easier just to speculate, and now that I can look back on it, it's not really speculation, it's more of a, I know what's going to happen, so I know exactly what to look for, so it's a little bit less fun for me, I think. It was actually a really interesting game, I have to say, between two players. They both actually got a 200 supply. Neither of them decided to go for quick attacks. It was very interesting. I like macro games, in case you hadn't noticed. That's why I play Zerg. I love to get multiple bases and just be on all these bases and be doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So this game is pretty interesting for me. This is what I'd like to see more of. I don't like that early game stuff. It's kind of annoying. So this is actually a really fun game. It's a pretty long game too, but that won't be that big of a problem. I'll turn the TV off here. I'm gonna get distracted. Okay, so let's see. Andrew's up here in the top left, and Ben is down here in the bottom left. So let's speed this up just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put on this little cute menu we have here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on production. Production units. There's a lot of real nice tabs here. Actually, I'm gonna put on units tab for now. So let's go back down and go on the speed here. I don't know why you would scout cross position first. Normal rule of thumb is always go to the left, but if he went to the left, he would have been there last. So, hey, whatever. I guess that worked for him. Ben, who did go to the left, found him first, though. So then they just kind of are doing a little probe scouting or whatever. I don't know if I really like this placement that much, but it's not that big of a deal. You always try to put your buildings together, trap, and that's why you always get units caught. It's good to have them back, though. You want to have your gateways in the front because they have more health, but you're not looking for a 6 or anything here. So that's probably about a 2-space forward. That's pretty good. Down here, yeah, we've got this going. I don't really like your guys' hotkeys set up. You really need to work on the hotkeys. You could have definitely double-click these and Shift 3, and you would have those all set up for you. Good job crumbling up the Zealot, though. Everything's even for now. Even though Trap's starting to pull ahead in the food, which to this early is kind of a concern to me. You probably should have laid down another barracks. That's probably why you're behind on the food. You're pretty low on the money, though, and you don't really have to look for any attacks soon. So he's getting his orbital, which is good, always good. I usually do one mule first, and then scan with my second 50 energy. So it looks like you're getting the mule here. I'm pretty sure you forget to scan. Oh, I thought this was pretty funny. This is what I was paying attention to the first time. Was there's 2 probe battles going on, and Andrew's actually going to win this because he can regenerate shields over time. That's why he's running this one around. But I don't understand why you both have 2 scouting probes out. It's actually a little weird for me, but whatever. So now he's finally got his second barracks going down. I bet he's got his cybernetics core, and now look, Trap's got 3 more SCVs, 3 more workers. That's not good. I don't know how, he must have forgotten to build a couple. Trap's also got quite a bit of money, and he's not building anything. Not really that big of a deal. He's got a little bit of a food lead. Trap. I've been noticing you get a lot of late gas, that's why you can't really afford the Sentry. Usually me, I will get Gateway, and then I'll get a Cybernetics core, and then when I drop my second Gateway as my 3rd building, I'll get another gas immediately after. You see, this is a good idea, because now Trap knows if he's going Expo. Because Trap listened to me this game and he decided that he was going to Expo. He decided he was going to play macro instead of try to cheese or whatever. So he's dropping his 3rd gateway. He's obviously going for a 3-gate rush, but if we go over here, he called down another mule. He did not scan if we go to his vision. cannot see anything besides the gateway and the pylon. He has not been back over there. Now let's see about here. You know, he hasn't really seen anything either, so neither of you guys really know what's going on in the other base. You also have 2 idle workers. Stalker. Now, that's good, but like I said, I like to get the sentry before I get any of that. So you do have a sentry coming here. Worker count is now even up. Actually, even though he has another worker, he's going to have more income just because the extra income of these mules. They give you a lot of income. Oh yeah, you built this missile turret. I'd say that you're not going to see Dark Templar at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. That's way too early. This bunker, though, I like to see the fact that you're doing bunkers and missile turrets. It's better early than never. You don't want to be too late. You don't want a Dark Templar to already be in here attacking you. So this is actually really good. And at first I was like, oh man, this is terrible placement because I thought there was a ramp over here, but there's not. The ramp is actually right here. So this is actually, oh, and there's another ramp over here that leads to your third. But the fact that this is right above this ramp is like really good. I really like this bunker placement and the missile turret placement. If anything, you only laid 1 bunker all game. Remember, these things you can salvage these things. They cost 25 minerals. You still have you have 100 right now. 25 minerals if you salvage them, because you can only salvage them when you move up. You could have had bunkers here, and then when you decided to take your natural, you could have laid another bunkers here. I would have definitely laid another bunker right about here, and then you could put your missile turret right in between, because I think this missile turret's range is only to about here, so he could sneak a Dark Templar through. But if you put another bunker over here, or even had a third one, had one really close to this wall, pretty close to this wall, maybe one a little bit back, or one down here, and you could have just put a missile turret right in the middle, and you would have been fine. I mean, really good if you had maybe a couple more bunkers. I also want to note that, look, you've thrown down this engineering bay. You should definitely move this up to your bunker if you're going to have the bunker there. Just go ahead and rally all these guys out to the bunker in the front. You see he's expoing as we speak. We're going to look at the Armies tab. The Armies tab for the Protoss is a lot bigger army. That's probably because of that 4-gate, and there's a 10 food advantage. Let's look at the units here. The probes, actually, you have better income and more probes. So now you kill that. Food advantage, it's not really that big of an advantage, actually. He can't really attack you at this point. He may be able to, but those Marauders, man, those Marauders just kill Stalkers and kill Sentries. This would definitely turn him up, but you need to have these out here. You might want another bunker, like I say, early on. I bet you still haven't scanned. You have not scanned. Right about now, I think I would put a scan right around here in the front area, because that's going to give you sight over what gateway, you know, what producing buildings does he have in the front here, and it's also going to give you an idea of if he's expanded. And if he's expanded, you know that you can take your expansion, because he's not going for an all-in attack or anything of the sort. Food blocked again. That's just a mechanical issue there. You just have to be ahead of that. Trap is really ahead of that, probably because he had been food blocked a couple of times already. Now you're going to see Trap is going to start getting really ahead by chronoing out these probes. He's got this guy stuck because he puts all these close together. Spread them out a little bit. You won't have to worry about people getting stuck. Ben's actually doing a better job on his money than Andrew is right now, but not, again, that big of an issue. You could have laid another bunker. You need to keep producing out of here. You see that you built a starport. Actually, what I normally do in these circumstances is, because I don't use tanks, you are a tank player. Oh, and here's where I said you don't have stim and combat shield. You could definitely afford one of these. I would definitely grab stim pack and then combat shield. You can grab them both at the same time and get a little bit more gas. I usually do a reactor on my factory and then just lift my factory off and plop my starport down there. Looks like Trap's going to be going to get his third. Trap, we get food lock, and now look who's got a food advantage now. Ben has a food advantage. Only by a couple, but because Trap got food block. Neither of the players would be able to push right now. If either one did, they would lose. Look at this engineering bay just sitting over here. Oh, by the way, you get these missile turrets back in your mineral line, which They aren't really needed, especially not against a player like Andrew. Knowing your opponent is going to be really helpful here. Andrew rarely ever goes air. He rarely goes Phoenix or Void Rays. So really didn't need to worry about these too much. What I do suggest also, put some supply depots up here, because Andrew could have definitely flown a Warp Prism down and warped some Dark Templar or whatever in. I always put supply depots all around the outside of my base. If anything, if they do decide to do a drop or something, you see it a little bit quicker, and then you can react to it quicker if you see it quicker, if anything. Andrew still has this Xel'Naga Watchtower. Let's look at the vision here. You have not seen his base yet. You haven't even scanned him. You have 2 orbitals. You've got plenty of scans that you could use. You need to see what he's doing. And right now you could scan right about here, and you would see, oh, or well, you could scan up here. You'd see his entire army, and you'd know exactly what his army composition is. So then you could build things to react to it, like tanks, or Thors would have been really good in this game. So you haven't scanned Andrew's vision. Now, Andrew hasn't really seen this expansion. You can probably tell there's going to be an expansion, but he's got this worker right here, which gives him vision. Anytime you want to move out and attack him, he can tell because he has this tower, because you have to go this way. So, and I don't know why you guys took so little of these towers. If I was a Zerg player, I would have a Zergling on all these towers. And what you need to do is you need to send a couple Marines out to these towers to kill. Periodically, just to kill. And that way he can't tell when you're coming, and he can't react to it. As a Zerg player, if I see someone's moving out of their base, if I have a Zergling here and I see you're moving out of your base, well, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to take my 3 bases and warp in a bunch of roaches, or he can just warp in reinforcements here. Now here's Andrew starts getting some, he gets blink, and then now he's starting to get attack upgrades here. He's also got this, so he'll be able to make a Colossus after he finishes Robotics Bane in a couple minutes. He's also got his 3rd base up. Look at the worker differential here. It's 60 to 50, you know, basically 57 to 47, and he's going to keep building. You really don't need too much more.